They won't even let you in?
Mm-mm.
I don't understand that.
Here, step back down, please.
I'm not moving. You can do whatever you want to do. You can go wherever you want to go. I'm going to stand right here.
Hey, Dale.
Hey, Dale.
Hey, how you doing?
Okay, please turn your documentary off. Turn the cameras off, please.
You tell everybody what to do, don't you?
My job tonight is to control this door, Adam.
Really?
That's what I'm doing.
A contract was signed where Vidant would come over and assist us in the administration of the hospital. The administrator assigned to this hospital was present 1/2 day a week. And I've remarked to him and also to Vidant officials, an administrator running a hospital that's having trouble with their fiscal responsibilities would take more than 1/2 day a week to manage that facility. There needs to be some thinking and some critical changes made. Instead of making any adjustments, Vidant chose to close the hospital.
When University Health Systems, now called Vidant, acquired both Pungo District Hospital in Belhaven and Beaufort County Hospital in Washington within weeks of each other, it kind of raised a red flag in my mind that the possibility that they might want to close the Belhaven Hospital. If a different company had acquired either Washington or Belhaven, I think both hospitals would operate. But when the same company operates both of them, it just became an economic reality that they would want to close one of them to consolidate the operations.
I've left Englehart 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning with family members in my car to get them to Pungo District Hospital. It's going to be an hour and 10 minutes. A stroke victim, that the first hour, I understand, is most critical. Now, should that hospital not be there, that's another 35 miles to Washington. And will they make it? Perhaps. Will they not make it? Perhaps. I mean, we've got some 300 or 400 kids here in the county, and should something happen at that school?
Thank you so much. There you go. Thank you, dear. All right, right on in here. Come to this table and sign in. Are y'all members? Okay.
What did they tell you?
If I wasn't a member, I couldn't come in.
What did you say?
I said, well, I think I ought to hear it. Well, this is members only, she said.
They said if we don't object to Deb presiding, then they won't object to your speaking.
Great. How about now?
How about now what, Adam?
Am I okay now?
No, but they said you had to come in. Are you sure? Sure. So we got a few more if you want to let them in.
How about a little cameraman?
You got Vidant right here, sitting here, the chairman. They're taking everything from us. Everything. And we're like wanting to hug them in here. They're taking our emergency room, our hospital, and eventually our local doctors. That's what they're doing. That's the real world. Now, are we going to let them do that? You all get to vote if we're going to do that or not. 95% of people in this town want this hospital, but you all in this room are going to decide today. It's not right. And this issue, I'm very passionate about it. I've taken my youngest son to that emergency room not breathing. I don't know if he'd made it to Washington. But one of you is going to have a grandkid or someone you love that's going to happen to. Vidant don't care. To be sure, we care. You got a board up here that doesn't want you to hear information. They didn't want me to do a pass out. They slammed the door on me. You can pick at a business plan all day long. Any business plan, you can pick at it all day long. The fact is we can do it. We can get this thing done. But we all have to work together to make it happen. And the men who put this facility together, I hope their spirits are here tonight. And I hope maybe it'll touch one of you. W.P. O'Neill, his descendants are in here. What would W.P. O'Neill say about this meeting tonight? Do you think he'd be for trying to save that hospital? How about A.D. Swindell? How about Worth Calfee? How about Captain Clyde Porter? Do you think that they had to take some sacrifice to get this hospital? We've been given something that's special. And in order to keep it, we're going to have to work. We're going to have to start saying can do instead of can't do.
Well, they had a strong campaign against it, so Vidant had, I guess, talked to a number of them, and So they saw it Vidant's way. This is the chairman of the board of Vidant.
Oh, where?
Coming up back down the steps.
Kenny, can I ask you a question? What did you think about the meeting tonight?
No comment.
Thank you.
Who is he?
There's Art Keeney, who's the chairman of the board.
But what does he do?
He's a banker from Englehart.
I can't state how vicious and uncaring Vidant Health is. I understood that they offered the LLC $800,000 to tear the hospital down. The reason they want the hospital tore down is so no other hospital comes in here. That's why they're doing it. They're trying to make it as hard as they can for anybody to come here and put an emergency room to save people's lives.
Why is it any skin off their back if someone else puts a hospital in here?
Because it might be a hospital that has a mother hospital like they have that does heart surgeries, cancer treatments, things of that nature. These little hospitals are just basically sources for referrals to their main hospital where they do all the big money procedures. So if another organization came in and they had their hospital here, then they would be referring people to their main hospital that did those procedures. So it would cost them a lot of money.
So it's not actually out of generosity that they've offered to demolish this building?
Absolutely not. They're demolishing the building because they don't want a competitor to come in here.
Wake Forest Baptist out in Winston-Salem was trying to do this, and there was a lawsuit over it. And the confidential business report actually spelled out, it said, we want to move the hospital because the population where the hospital is poor, largely African American and uninsured, and we want to move it to this golf community.
It's important that people understand that we're not done, we're not even close to done. I have a county commissioners meeting Monday, March 10th, where I will go and present our case to the county commissioners, see what help we can get from them. We're also going to have our next town meeting to allow for a sort of town forum where people can come and support the hospital, along with the civil rights complaint that's been filed with the Civil Rights Office in Atlanta.
We know that this Pungo Hospital provides emergency health care to more than 25,000 people in Beaufort and Hyde counties. We know that in Hyde County alone, the poverty rate is over 23%. Beaufort County over 20%. The Civil Rights Act of 1964 declares that you cannot be a facility that receives federal money and then use those resources in ways that cause disparate treatment or discriminate based on poverty and based on race. And so today, the North Carolina NAACP, the Beaufort County NAACP, and the Hyde County NAACP, the two presidents that are here, one on my left, one on my right, with our attorney, Al McShirley, are filing a formal complaint, a Title VI complaint, against Vidant Health for their discriminatory practices based on race and based on class.
We want an immediate negotiated cease and desist agreement with Vidant to stop any effort to close Pungo District Hospital and its emergency facilities. We want to look at their books. We want to know what their money situation was while they were negotiating the past 3 or 4 years and what it is now. Not just for this hospital, but for the 29 counties in the Black Belt that they have a near monopoly over right now, a monopoly of health care. Wow.